it's a bad day.
What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to be starting off with this first video here titled Elon Musk's Optimus Robot set to revolutionize the global economy. He claims that this will be the biggest product of all time. Then we got video titled Supreme Court weighs appeal to overturn decision legalizing same-sex marriage. I don't know. I don't think they're going to take it off the books, but they're going to be looking at it. Then we got video titled DHS blasts activist judge for ruling on tear gas an extreme act. They don't talk a whole lot about that. They kind of mention it at the beginning, but what we're going to be focusing on is how Mayor Johson lied about ICE going inside of a school and ripping a teacher out of the classroom. None of that's true, but they're telling everybody in Chicago that that's true. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Russell, and it's titled Stylish Nut Cutters. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Suspicious Package Sickens Several People at Joint Base Andrews. They don't give us a whole lot of information, but it kind of sounds like bioweapon stuff. Then we got a video titled Jury Acquits DC Man Accused of Throwing a Sandwich at a federal agent. I can't even believe this. I guess we can slap cops around with sandwiches now, and it's not assault. Then we got a video titled, oh fuck, I will have to go find that. I somehow deleted the entire fucking video. I will have to go figure that out. Anyways, then we got a video for the last little bit of the news. It is Oregon Democrat lawmaker becomes fugitive after alleged elderly scam. This woman scammed this old man out of 30,000 doll hairs. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Just a Spritz. Just a spritz. Then we got our official funny video of the day. Like I said, it was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Wait Your Turn. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Guessum? What's up, Larry? What's up, Snooks? And what's up, Zero? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Beck Frank, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing to the chat, Beck Frank. Let me see, scrolling through here. What's up, MU? Guess I'm your omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Come on, man. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom. I'm doing okay, Dutton. How are you doing today? What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sparky? Happy freedom. Scrolling through. What's up, Magic Moon? What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bill Clay? What's up, Jagula? Happy freedom. Let me see. Beck Frank, first place 3 days in a row. Yeah, because you're in the future, okay? You knew when I was going live because you're in the future. What is up, everyone over on Kig? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? Guess I'm you were first over here, and you're omnipresent. What's up, Stacy's mom? Happy freedom to you. Mr. Satan, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom. Dutton, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Rodney? Happy freedom. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mike Ingle? What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone watching over on X? All right, let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we'll be starting with this first video here titled Elon Musk's Optimus Robots set to revolutionize the global economy. Now, he seems pretty excited about this. Like I said, suggesting that this is going to be the biggest product of all time. This is going to be bigger than cell phones and everything. I don't know how with a $30,000 hair price tag. But either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans that we have these brand new Hooligan Love t-shirts. They are available on the brand new merch store over on jeffmaclive.com/shop. I will be dropping all the links in the chat. Now, of course, this design was created by Alistair. I'll also be providing his links in the chat because he's a badass and give you guys the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Like I said, I'm going to drop all the links while we're watching this first video.
Welcome.
There were dancing robots.
Those bots are just dancing. There are no wires. Those are actual robots.
But Musk's ability to create the $1 trillion in the next 10 years is linked inextricably with these Tesla Optimus robots.
The scale of Optimus, like I said, that's really going to be something else. I think it's going to be the biggest product of all time by far. Yeah. So, like bigger than cell phones, bigger than anything.
Musk's aim is for the Optimus robot to be priced around $30,000 close to 50,000 Australian dollars.
Every human on Earth is going to want to have their own personal R2-D2 C-3PO.
He announced new Tesla plants to make the robots, a 1 million-line robot factory in Fresno, California, and a line at the Austin, Texas Tesla plant with an ability to make 10 million robots. Autonomous cars, autonomous people.
Now, and things do get kind of wild from an economic standpoint, because at a certain point, with AI and robotics, you can actually increase the global economy by a factor of 10 or maybe 100. There's not like an obvious limit.
And Musk needs these kinds of growth numbers to get his $1 trillion payday. The deal, which was opposed by some major shareholders, needs to see Tesla's market value rise by almost 600% in the next 10 years, from around $1.5 trillion today to $8.5 trillion in a decade's time. If that happens, Musk gets 423 million Tesla shares, on top of the 15.2% of the company that he already owns. But Musk thinks that by then, money might be something quite different to what it is today.
Like, Optimus is kind of like an infinite money glitch. And maybe there won't even be money in the future. Or money might be measured in terms of wattage, like how much power can you bring to bear from an electrical standpoint. I guess what I'm saying is hang on to your Tesla stock. Yeah.
Ross Greenwood, Sky News.
All right. So, like I said, Elon Musk, pretty excited about his new Optimus robots. I went and found the video that I somehow deleted. It's titled "More Than 2,100 Arrests Made in Memphis Under Safe Task Force," talking about them cleaning up Memphis, which we haven't really covered that yet. But anyways, that's coming on later on the live. Next up, Supreme Court weighs appeal to overturn decision legalizing same-sex marriage. I don't think this is going to actually be a thing. I think that they should revise it. But I don't think they're actually going to take it away. Either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the Optimus robot. Once again, Elon talking about the Optimus robot, saying that he thinks that these bots will be the biggest products of all time by far. They say that they think it's going to be around 30,000 doll hairs. They will be building the robots in California, which I don't really understand why they're doing that. But Elon says that this will somehow boost the economy. He claims that having a robot is an infinite money glitch, which I don't understand that. They say the same thing about AI. I can't get AI to do anything that's useful. So I don't understand how having a 4-foot robot is going to be useful. It's going to be like the rest of tech. Every time you need to use your phone doesn't work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's going to be like. You're going to rely on a robot that when you need it, it ain't going to function properly. Because that's how all tech is. It fucking sucks. Either way, like I said, next up, Supreme Court's looking at this appeal to overturn legalizing same-sex marriage. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these Optimus bots. Ghostly. I don't need a robot to... I don't think I can read this out loud. I think I'd take a jerkin robot. I mean, I guess my hands get tired. Let's see. So he wants to replace human workers, most likely. Amazon's going to be like the first to do this. They've been threatening Amazon workers with this forever. But Walmart wants to become Amazon because Amazon is Walmart's biggest competitor. So that whole curbside pickup stuff, that'll be the closest you get to walking inside a Walmart eventually. That's their plan, I guess. I've been told that a lot. So it'll be interesting when all the workers are robots and you can't go inside stores. And eventually we'll have autonomous cars bringing us the food and all of that. You won't even pull up out front anymore. Zero, what's the purpose of these robots? Or what purpose do these robots serve? No thanks. Yeah, I don't understand what they're for. Like, they never show them doing anything useful. They've been on a couple TV shows. We covered one, and I think it his hand fell off. He was like waving, and then his hand fell off, and then they didn't show him the rest of the video. And it's like that every time I see these robots. It's all the same robot. The other thing is when they fall, they kind of become scary. They start like kicking and waving their hands, and it's intimidating. So I don't know what they're for. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $2 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Ramsey. Thank you so much for the support. It says, if you even remotely like Jeff or a single hooligan here, then like, share, and re-fucking post the stream. That's right. I appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you. Kevin, can I teach how to kick people in the nuts and steal their wallet? I mean, if your robot kicks someone in the nuts, are you actually legally liable for it? I mean, if you sign off on the robot, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know how they even teach the robot to do anything. Because it's not like everybody knows programming and writing code. Sly Dog, what you know about real AI and its current and potential application? You could, you could stuff up against Nat's ass. I will try to send you information to inform you. I'll be glad to receive it, Sly Dog. Kurt Kiss, being blowed by a robot. Have fun with that, Woody. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I am not in a good mood, so I don't really know what to think about any of that. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Bill Clay, can you buy these robots with EBT? Pretty soon. You'll have to stick the EBT card in the robot's ass to get your benefits pretty soon. The government will be all infused in these robots. What's up, Major? Happy freedom. F all that BS. Yeah, it'd be more exciting about thinking of the future with robots if they would actually explain what part does the robots play in the future. Because I don't need more junk in my house. I don't. I'd get another cat if I had problems like that. I mean, I don't need more junk in my house. So what is the robot going to do? It's going to do a bunch of nothing as far as I know. Craig Kids, no creativity, innovation, love, hope, or true empathy. Just jacked from real humans. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any humans that have emotions hardly anymore anyway. So I'm kind of ready to be living with robots, but they just are useless. Like the AI. I hate how useless the AI is because they have it everywhere. And everybody talks about how great it is. And it's like, it's not. It's not great. It's stupid. What I really think is funny is there was a story that I passed up yesterday because it was too long about this woman who was shocked. She was driving her Tesla, and apparently Grok is in the Tesla now. And Grok was asking her 7-year-old child or 9-year-old child to send it nudes. And so the mom was all upset. It was like, why is the AI asking my child to send it nudes? Because AI is fucking stupid. That's why. Because it's not that great. It's really not. Either way. Guess I was doing the robot before the robot was doing me. I mean, that's how it's supposed to go. Get it before it gets you. Just like prison rules. What's up? Keep it salty. Happy freedom. What's up, Puff and Stuff? Happy freedom to you. Glad to hear it, Jay Tyler. Beck Frank, how can we infiltrate the privacy of the home more? Robots with hidden cameras. Yeah. Well, they also say that our Wi-Fi routers project a echolocation kind of thing, like how bats are able to see, right? They squeak and they kind of visualize based off sound. Supposedly, there's ways to use our Wi-Fi routers like that. And so the government can tap our Wi-Fi router and it'll project an image of what the inside of our house is like. That's why I think Amazon and Google units are for too. Because the advertisements for those units always say, hey Google or hey Alexa. And then your thing lights up, right? And it causes a ping. Well, I think that they put those ads out intentionally to cause the units to ping so they can see who all has those units. And I know it sounds crazy, but we've covered so much crazy shit on here that I'm inclined to believe that. And I have Google units in my house, and they've seen me naked on a daily basis. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Slampire? Happy freedom to you. Goonbots. I mean, that's all we need is the Goonbots. What's up, MW? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy freedom. Tar Kitty, I don't know what you're talking about. Glean pissed me off today. No mention of the woman pipe bomber, which I don't know what that is. Or the grab that 500k reward, and I don't know what that is. I doubt Glean would bow to the government. We'll see Monday. I have no idea what you're talking about, Tar Kitty. My brain is really burned out right now. I've been fighting all day. Literally all day. Just trying to get off the phone to come to the live, and I just fucking haven't been able to. Now I'm just completely burned out. Mr. Lin, I would use one for my yard work. That actually makes sense. Make the robot do yard work. That's probably the best idea I've heard for robots yet. Because yard work sucks. I mean, you know, doing gardening and stuff could be fun. But I don't really know people who like picking up sticks, like picking up dog shit, like raking the leaves. I don't know anybody that likes that stuff. So we can make the robot do it, I guess. Who's going to pick the crops? The robots? Like, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm not against it. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. Ghostly, not just the government can do that. Anyone who can get into your router with knowledge can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Get Some, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Get Some. Thank you so much for the support. Put towards a threesome with Whoopi Goldberg and Hillary Clinton. I mean, you know, if you're going to have a threesome, might as well make it the last thing you do, I suppose. Thank you, Get Some. Appreciate you. Man, I thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. Oh, I love you, Hooligans, too. Beck Frank. Oh my God, we got voice chat today. I totally forgot about that. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so we're going to get into this next video. Like I said, Supreme Court weighs appeal to overturn decision legalizing same-sex marriage. Now, I don't really think this is a threat to anybody, but I'm sure there's people out here who are all bent out of shape. Let me see what the comments say. Waste of time. Appeal should be rejected. Out of hand. What are we doing? Yeah, see, nobody's taking this seriously. But I bet the liberals think something's going to happen. That this is some sort of infringement on what they got going on. I really don't think anything's going to happen. But either way, we got to cover it because it's in the news. Once again, Supreme Court weighs appeal to overturn decision legalizing same-sex marriage. Make sure you hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
The Supreme Court justices are gathering in a regularly scheduled private conference where they consider taking up new cases that they will hear later this term. One case is an appeal filed by a former county clerk in Kentucky that seeks to challenge the court's 2015 decision that made same-sex marriage a constitutional right nationwide. The clerk, Kim Davis, refused to marry same-sex couples even after the court's landmark ruling. Now she wants the justices to overturn that ruling. Davis is trying to erase a judgment against her of more than $350,000. That stems from a lawsuit filed by a couple whom Davis refused to marry shortly after the court's 2015 ruling. The court sometimes overturns its earlier rulings, but only one justice, Clarence Thomas, has called for this ruling to be overturned. Justice Amy Coney Barrett has said that this is a ruling that maybe should remain in place because so many people, including the same-sex couples and their children, are so dependent on it. We could hear the court's decision whether to take up the case as early as Monday.
Okay. So I don't think this is going to be a huge deal. They are bringing it up because of an appeal that's happening. They're saying that they are challenging the nationwide ability for same-sex people to get married. And like I was saying, I think it could be revised. I think they should put an asterisk in there and say that they can't force churches to marry same-sex couples. Churches are based on religion. If religion says that this isn't okay, then how can you force a church to do something that their religion says is not okay? It's like making a state law saying Muslims got to eat bacon inside the church. You got to force them to do it or else it's discrimination. Nobody's going to go for that shit. That's what's wrong about this. Nobody gives a shit if same-sex people are marrying each other. It's a $20 license at the courthouse. You should be absolutely able to go over there and contribute your life to the fucking government, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to fuck you on your taxes and everything else because you're getting the government involved in your relationship. You want to sign up for that? Go right ahead. But don't force churches to do it. You know, that's where there's the problem. Don't force a religious group to go against their religion so you can have a reason to get a $20 paper license. You know what I mean? I think that could be revised. Otherwise, nobody gives a shit about this gay marriage stuff. Not even kind of, sort of. Next up, DHS blasts activist judge for ruling on tear gas as an extreme act. Now, ironically, they're not going to talk a whole lot about that in this video. We're going to start a minute into it because the first half is them claiming that the leader of ICE is repetitively lying about the situation, which everybody knows that's not true. It's fucking propaganda, and we ain't got time for that today. So we're going to start a minute into this, and they're going to be talking about Mayor Johson out in Chicago lying about ICE going inside of a school and ripping a teacher from her students, is what he's saying, but it's bullshit. It's all lies, and then he's going to be corrected in front of everybody. That's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the Supreme Court ruling on gay marriage. Guess I'll make a gay cake if asked, but the ingredients will not be very good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's real freedom. You know, that's what America's supposed to be based on. You get a cake made, and it's based off the person that makes it. They have the freedom to choose. I'm just saying. You know, this is real American stuff here. Ghostly ban. I don't think I could say it because YouTube and Twitch is watching. They'll be all sensitive. I just want to see him mad. Yeah, Ghostly. It's a $20 piece of license, piece of paper as a license. It's really not that big of a deal. But I'm sure the lefties and the flamboyant, the people who have cut their wieners and stuff off, they're all going to be all bent out of shape about this. Rappy, no one should be forced to do something against their religion. Yeah, absolutely. Totally care. I'm all for the rights to refuse service. Yeah, I agree. Jay Tyler, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm scrolling up. Done. Same-sex marriage should be a state issue. And then it will be, let me see, and that's what it will be if it's overturned. Yeah, just like Roe versus Wade, right? That was a national thing, and then it got kicked down by the Supreme Court. Now it's a state thing. So you can live in the state that represents your beliefs, or you can try and, I can't think of what it's called, petition your state. In certain states, not all states do this, but certain states, you can get enough signatures to actually get something put, like on the ballot or whatever, to be law. And I think Michigan's one of them. But yeah, it would be kicked down like that if they do overturn it. I don't think they're going to overturn it though, because everybody in Capitol Hill is gay. There's a bunch of gay people over on DC. So I don't think they're going to overturn anything. They're going to say it's all good, and then they're going to have themselves an orgy in the Senate hearing room. Kevin, how many Valium did this guy take? He's so slow. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's fine, Beck Frank. I'll be there in the voice chat. No worries. I just forgot that was today, and I'm carrying this really heavy weight, and it's sucking all the life out of me in a bad way. But I'll be there in the voice chat. Whatever happens will happen. Jay Tyler, you got robbed by 2 crackheads. How'd I miss that? Oh, there we go. I got robbed by 2 crackheads a few weeks ago. Were you not armed? I mean, nobody wants to have to shoot somebody. I know I'm going to hear a lot of controversy in the chat after saying that. I am sorry to hear that, Jay Tyler. Fucking crackheads. Oh, I appreciate you, Beck Frank. Guess I can't say any of that stuff, but thank God for jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Knucking Futz? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tony Ridge? Happy freedom. What's your name? What's up, Slot? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Blue Crow? Happy freedom. Lindsay, straight as an arrow Graham. I think he was crying on the house floor today. I'm trying to think, because Snook sent me a video. I didn't put it on the schedule because there was too much music and bullshit around it. I want to say it was him, though. I'm trying to remember what he was crying about. Something about the government shutdown, but I don't remember what it was right off the top of my head. He sounded like a preacher when he was talking, though, so I knew he was selling that bullshit. Oh, Tar Kitty, you talking about Glenn Beck. I see what you're saying. I was like, who's Glean? I know what you're saying now, Tar Kitty. Thank you so much, Colty, for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're badass, Colty, and happy freedom to you. Thank you so much for the support. Jay Tyler, they're my neighbors. I live like 10 feet from them. I don't know. I don't have any good advice today, Jay Tyler. I'd call the police. Did you do that? Did you make a police report about being robbed? I have bad ideas. I'll try and think of some good ones, though. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans. We're going to move forward here before I give out bad advice. What was saying here? Zero. Yeah, Twitch is really soft. Very soft. All right. Like I said, next up, DHS Blast. The title doesn't matter because we're not watching that part of the video. What we are going to be watching is Mayor Johson in Chicago lying about ICE going inside of a school and ripping a teacher from her students as if it was like some video clip from the Middle East or some shit. That's not actually what happened. He's about to get corrected in front of everybody. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday tomorrow, go ahead and post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up real quick. Mayor Johson lying his face off. He's got like a quivering voice and everything, trying to emphasize how dramatic it all is. Bonafide sissy. Let's get this pulled up real quick. Right here. Maybe. There we go. And there's Trish there. She's pretty dope. She's a spokesman for DHS and all of that. Either way, this is her opinion. If you want to read it really quick, this is what she had to say about the judge. You know, what the title was saying, DHS blasts activist judge. The judge is just making it so ICE agents can't defend themselves from protesters. But they've already been doing that, so that's not breaking news. Like I said, coming up, Mayor Johson lying about ICE, going into a school, ripping the teacher from the students. It's all bullshit. Hit that like button, and let's get into this.
For an ICE enforcement, Meantime, Chicago's mayor delivered a scolding for an ICE enforcement that went into a Spanish immersion preschool a little west of Wrigley Field.
Agents entered a daycare. They went inside of a preschool. They tore a teacher out of a classroom in front of their children. That video shocked the conscience of every single Chicagoan across our beloved city.
Now, the mayor didn't have all his facts right. The woman was pulled from a vestibule in the front of the school, not a classroom. According to DHS, she was the target of a traffic stop. A man was driving. She worked at that school. She drove there, then ran inside with the man. Agents went after them. The woman is Diana Gallo. DHS says she entered the U.S. illegally from Colombia in 2023. She got a work permit, which stipulated she cannot break the law. She sent for her kids, who entered illegally last month, and therefore she broke the law, and that's why ICE agents were after her. Bill?
Okay, all right, Mike, thanks. Mike Tobin, going to get chilly there. Going to get cold very soon in Chicago. We'll see how it goes. Thank you, sir. Broadview.
I'm Steve Ducey.
Okay. So a bunch of nonsense, as it is. What the heck is this? Hold on a second. Thank you so much, Beck Frank, for that $50 donation over on Rumble. You're amazing, Beck Frank. Thank you so much for the support. It says, for the car and to brighten your day, because we love you. Well, thank you, Beck Frank. I love all of you guys, too. Really appreciate you, Beck Frank. So next up, we have our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today, it was provided by Russell, and it's titled Stylish Nut Cutters. But first, we're going to hop in the chat. Hold on a second. First, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about all this stuff with Mayor Johson. So once again, they're saying that Mayor Johson lied about ICE going after an illegal that ran inside of a school. He claimed that this woman was a teacher who was ripped from the school in front of her children. That's how he worded it. In reality, she ran from the police during a traffic stop and then ran into the school where she had worked, and she tried to hide when ICE retrieved her and protected the students from this illegal. She has been here since 2023, illegally. She somehow got a work permit, and that restricted her from breaking the law, which is funny because she's here illegally. She then got her children brought into the country illegally last month, which is illegal. So I don't know if they're considering it trafficking her children or what, but she brought them here illegally. That's why ICE was after her. So Mayor Johson out there just lying his face off. Like I said, midlife break coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these nasty illegals getting rolled up in front of the kids and then Mayor Johson lying about it. Ghostly, why the fuck are the illegals in the schools? That's what I was thinking too. Now, the school wasn't a regular school. It was like a migrant Head Start or something like that. So I don't know if they let her work there because of that, because of migration reasons. Because I don't understand how she even got a work permit. Now, I'm sure she used the work permit to get into the school, but how does an illegal get a work permit? You know, and then you got somebody with no legal status working with children. So it's a very dangerous situation. Mayor Johson should be excited about it, to say, hey, we don't have strangers with our vulnerable people, right, with our children. But no, instead he went out there and lied about ICE. Like, I don't know why that does him any favors. Ghostly, if I found out my high school teacher was illegal, I'd rob them. What they could do, call the cops? Yeah, Ghostly, that's how I'd be too. That's how I feel about pedophiles. So that's why I got to stay away from them, because I don't even see them as humans. And so it's like, I can't trust myself around people that don't have rights. They don't have rights in my eyes. It's like, no, I can't. Got to stay away from them. They're too vulnerable. Russell, the stylish nut cutters is funny. It is funny. Guess I'm totally sending Beck Frank a pic of my boobs. I'm sure she'll enjoy that, guess I'm. Russell, deport her ass. Yeah, I think she's getting deported. Colty, well, I know how to make some useful booby traps. Bras? Very effective means of keeping people the fuck away and the fuck out of your shit if necessary. It's a good skill to have, Colty. Beck Frank boobies. That's right. Totally care. She's illegal. Give her the bums rush. I can't believe she was fighting those ICE agents, though. She was kind of working them over there. Done. Rumble needs to allow you to delete your own comments in the chat. I have up so many times. I don't know why Rumble does that. I don't know why they don't let you remove your own comments. And I don't know why they don't let you block people that you don't like in the chat. And a part of me feels like it's a free speech thing. But free speech doesn't have anything to do with intolerance, right? You can't make someone shut up, but you can walk away from them. You know, like, you don't have to sit there and listen to their bullshit. That's not a part of free speech. And so I don't understand why Rumble doesn't give you the ability to block someone you don't like. You want to enjoy what you're watching. You can't stand some shit in the chat. You should be able to just block them so you can continue enjoying what you're watching instead of feeling like you have to leave the chat because you can't get away from somebody being malicious. You know, so I've never really understood that, but I don't know. People feel different kinds of ways about that, I suppose. Man, aren't booby traps called a bra? I mean, that's what I thought. I thought that's what the booby traps were. Totally care, bras are flopper stoppers. I like the floppy ones, though. We don't want to stop the floppiness. Colty, the over-the-shoulder boulder holders. Zero blocking a Rumble would be nice. Yeah, I think they should implement that. But they don't listen to me for advice. What's up, Stern? Happy Freedom. Thank you so much, Stern, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you, Stern. Thank you so much for the support. And happy Freedom to you, Stern, if I can get y'all ready. Slot. They call them ladybugs. What is you talking about? I've never heard anybody's sexy name being Ladybug. What's up, DB? What's up, Sass? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. Teasel, they're lying to get the final spark to ignite the fire that they won't care to put out. Civil war, they think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it'll be a class war. Maybe they want. What I'm worried about is two people getting mad and shooting each other, and then the federal government being like, "Oh, Americans can't control themselves. We're gonna have to go in and control everyone and just enforce martial law." That's what I'm worried about, because that's what it all seems to point to. But that's why you can't participate in the degeneracy. It's just influencing that agenda. Side dog. We have Snooks to deal with the haters. They can and do get blocked. I mean, well, yeah, getting banned is one thing. I just would rather not ban people and just allow people to separate themselves from others that they don't like. Guess if my teacher was illegal, I'd be getting on honor roll. If not, ICE is getting called. That's right, guess I'm getting A's in class, or we're getting a new teacher. Either way, before we get into this midlife break here, I got to read an ad to you guys, because we are still doing the premium creator program stuff and all of that. Hold on a second. Thank you so much, Karma Carson, for those bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you, Karma Carson, and happy freedom to you. Thank you so much for the support. All right, hooligans. Like I said, we got to read an ad really quick. Let's do the thing. Pop up, pop up. There we go. If you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content you want. Once you've got it, search for my channel and hit follow. That way, you'll get a notification every time we go live. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or in the pinned live chat. Download it to your phone and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble. Just follow the channel and be a part of the action. Okay, so we did the thing. Now actually go to jeffmaclive.com, because we don't have restrictions or problems or anything like that, and it's good stuff. So anyways, moving forward here, like I said, we got this midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Russell. Gotta get this pulled up really quick. Now I'm pretty sure this outfit was specifically designed by Russell. I'm pretty sure that's how this went. But either way, getting into our midlife break, like I said, provided by Russell. It's titled Stylish Nut Cutters.
Well, hey there. Didn't realize you was staring at me. Now, I know you're probably asking yourself, what is that mighty sexy piece of clothing that he's got on right there? Well, you see, these here is Carhartt's new summer fashion line called the Carhartt Nut Cutters. You see, these is for the blue-collar working man and woman. You see, ladies, they got y'all something called the Carhartt Coochie Cutters. And let me tell you what, these will keep your undercarriage nice and R-rated. My tank meats, my testiculars, and my butt cracks dry as a bone. You see, I used to suffer from swamp butt real bad, but look here, no swamp butt. And ladies, I'm gonna tell you what now, they'll keep your undercarriage dry as a bone too. Your Tarco will be R-rated and it will be so dry. But let me tell you, you don't want to wear these things too tight, okay? You get yourself old Tennessee deer knuckle, and don't nobody want to see that, all right? Don't nobody want to see your poony lips all hanging out, okay?
Don't let him lie to you. I want to see those poony lips. Anyways, getting back into the news here. Next up, suspicious package sickens several people at Joint Base Andrews. I feel like they're trying to keep everybody calm with this, because I think it's a big deal. I think if you open a package and everybody around you starts falling out, getting sick, that's a big deal. But they're going to talk about this like it's not that big of a deal, and then they're going to tell everybody not to worry about it. And then they also don't tell you what it was that made everybody sick. It's a little concerning. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Some other news we have been following here this morning. Multiple people ill after opening what officials are calling a suspicious package at a Joint Base Andrews. And I wanted to share with you this post.
It's not my package they're talking about, by the way. Suspicious.
Post from Fox News as I continue to read you the latest. So as I just said, multiple people, they became ill yesterday after opening that package, and a Joint Base Andrews spokesperson told Fox News that the individuals who were sick were treated by Joint Base Andrews medical staff and were released after they were determined to be in stable condition. Officials say the building where the package was opened and the connecting building were evacuated following the incident until first responders deemed there were no immediate threats. Normal operations have since resumed. I also wanted to share it with you here, this post that we got from Fox News, saying Joint Base Andrews responded to an incident here today after an individual opened a suspicious package. Multiple people fell ill after the package was opened. They were evaluated and treated by Joint Base Andrews medical personnel, determined to be in stable condition and released. As a precaution, the building and connecting building were evacuated. Joint Base Andrews first responders were dispatched to the scene. There was determined to be no immediate threats. Normal operations have resumed, but this is an ongoing investigation. And so what I wanted to do here is head over to our Fox 5 DC team, as they have been covering this here this morning live there with the latest.
Misery loves company. There are 14 airports right now with more delays than Reagan National, but that doesn't mean if it's your flight that it makes that much of a difference.
You got
it. Like Steph said, check your flights in advance, please. In the meantime, we're following a developing story. Speaking of flights, from Joint Base Andrews, where we learned overnight several people became sick on the base yesterday after a suspicious package arrived at the facility.
And because of that, Joint Base Andrews was placed on lockdown for a brief period of time. Our Melanie Alwick, she's live at the base this morning with what we know now. Mel, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Everything appears to be back to normal today. There are reports that this incident happened at the Air National Guard Readiness Center that you see behind me, which is on Joint Base Andrews. We're told the affected building and the connecting building were evacuated shortly after 1 p.m. And that's when, according to a base spokesperson, someone opened a suspicious package and then multiple people became sick. Base officials did not disclose what may have been in the package that caused the symptoms. The victims were taken to the base's hospital, the Malcolm Grow Medical Center. They were all said to be in stable condition and all eventually released. The base was temporarily locked down so that hazmat crews could assess the situation. In a statement, a Joint Base Andrews spokesperson told Fox 5 that their first responders were dispatched to the scene. It was determined that there were no immediate threats and normal operations have resumed. So that is the good news. If, I know that there's going to be additional testing going on, but the fact that they said there was no immediate threat leads you to hope that it's not anything that would be spreading to the wider community. Now, we are hearing that the package may have contained some type of political messaging, but we have no specifics on that. And all we can tell you is that the base is investigating.
So anyways, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like there's enough urgency there. Now, I think a little bit of them keeping us in the dark is to not give the person credit, right? Like, they said that there was a political message, but they didn't tell us what the political message was, because maybe that would be in the favor of the person that did it. Same thing with the toxin itself. Maybe they didn't tell us what it was because it would somehow benefit that guy. You know, like when people do assassination attempts and stuff like that, a lot of times it's because they want the recognition. People, kill others in an attempt to make a name for themselves and stuff. So maybe that's why they're treating it this way. It's weird to have so many lacking details and stuff, because we don't cover a story like this all the time. Where a lot of times when it comes to suspicious packages, it's like a misunderstanding. It's like a bag of dog shit that somebody left near a trash can because they didn't know what to do with it, and somebody declared it a suspicious package. It's a bunch of nonsense like that. But in this case, it actually was a suspicious package that was a threat. We don't know what the threat was. We don't know exactly how many people were injured. We don't know what the situation looked like, right? One person opened the package. Several people got sick. Were they in a garage? Were they outdoors? Were they in an office? Where were they at? What were they doing? Were they butt naked? Were they fully in uniform? Did they take precautions? Was it not suspicious until they opened the package? You know what I mean? So maybe we'll get some more details. Maybe they'll keep us in the dark. You never know. Either way, next up we got jury acquits DC man accused of throwing a sandwich at federal agents. I can't believe this, but he's been acquitted. So you can slap cops around with a sandwich, and if they arrest you, then they're racist. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about my suspicious package. Now, once again, Joint Base Andrews received a suspicious package. Multiple people became sick after a person had opened the suspicious package. They said that those exposed and sick were treated by medical staff and they are considered stable. They said that there's no threat to the public. And then they mentioned a political message was in the package or on the package or something like that. And like I said, they didn't tell us what was in the package that actually made everyone sick, and the investigation is still ongoing. So potentially we could get a follow-up. We'll see. Military is usually really secretive. You know, something bad happens, soldiers die, they just tell us it was a plane crash. Did a plane crash? Probably not, but they never tell us the truth. So we'll see. Either way, next up, sandwiches are not assault. But first we're going to hop in the chat. Russell, my package is suspicious but awesome. See, I try to keep mine off the suspicious list, you know? Russell, it was cocaine. I mean, it might have been. Got some package spreading wider. What the fuck? Phrasing. Yeah. Ghostly. I can't read that. There's no safe way for me to read that out loud, but that's funny though. Zero, someone wanted to get out of work early. They sent it to themselves. That would be kind of funny. Zero says it's a stale fart. Ghostly was probably fentanyl. Russell, it was probably anthrax. I haven't heard about anthrax in a long time. Snooks, my package isn't suspicious. What's up, Jeff? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, it's the secret alien wars? Probably. Most likely. I mean, it could be something airborne like powdery when it was opened. Yeah. My buddy told me an idea that I probably shouldn't even say out loud, but you guys know in packaging stuff that you got the little bubble wrap stuff, but then you got the big bubbles, right? And they're all like chain linked together and it's like about this big, like a bubble. I don't know. It's fucking packaging material. Where's the air come from? Nobody thinks about that. So, like, what if a country filled those bubbles with a toxin? And then your goofy ass receives a package from Temu, and then you give the bubbles to your cat, and your cat pops the bubble, and now you just anthrax the entire house. And then how would anybody know? Like, how would they know what happened? You'd be hit with a toxin. They'd have to look for the shit and figure it out. I don't think that's happened yet. I mean, that kind of puts me on a list. But like I said, somebody told me that, and I've just never been able to get that out of my head. Jeff, why wasn't the package marked suspicious like fragile ones? Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. What's up, Resistance? Happy freedom to you. Jeff, them not telling us is what makes the package suspicious. I agree. Sly Dog, was the package from the CDC? It might have been. They said it was from the Wuhan lab. It was signed by Fauci. Man, I'm suffering from swamp butt. It's not good. It's not good. I used to have this teacher. His name was Mr. Hardwood. And he didn't take no shit because he had a name like Hardwood. You know, and he was 11 feet tall and shit. He was an old man. He didn't fuck around. And he used to sit there and talk shit with me because I was always in trouble. And he was in control of community service and stuff. So I'd always be sitting there raking leaves and shit like that. And one day I was raking leaves with my buddy. And he kept telling me that my buddy had crotch rot. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he points at him. I look over, and my buddy's sitting there digging in his nutsack while raking the leaves. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's got crotch rot. Never get that image out of my head. Yes. Anyways, moving forward here. Beck Frank, Jeff's always in trouble? Never. I used to be. I'm too lazy to be in trouble now. I like taking naps and stuff. Me and Kat Daniels got that in common. What's up, Rich? What's up, Bibsy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Toy Wayne? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Richard? Happy freedom. Thank you so much, Richard, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. You're badass, Richard. Bibsy, gotta ask, how big was the package? I have no idea. They didn't flash it to us. Rodney, I remember those little stink bomb vials. Yeah, they still make that stuff as far as I know. I'm surprised this stuff hasn't been banned. These people were eating Tide Pods, but they weren't eating the little glass things that leave shards inside when you break the tip off. I don't know. Snooks, men don't have crotches. Yeah, we do. It's the area where your meat is attached. We all have the same foundation. There's just a different package sitting there. And some people are mutilating theirs. Grody. Either way. Jagula is crotcher out a new Subaru model. Sounds like a motorcycle. You ain't seen that new Subaru crotch ride? You can get it in your color today. Jay Tyler, Snooks not a mod. Snooks is assisting me. Kevin, crabs must have been fighting with the lobsters. I mean, I guess that's what was happening. MU, you take naps because you're not a night sleeper. I know. Beck Frank gets a Jeep. Russell's on his way to punch you in the face. Russell gets so much shit about being in a Jeep. One day he's going to snap and he's going to shoot up the place. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, jury acquits DC man accused of throwing a sandwich at a federal agent. Now, he wasn't accused. He actually did the shit. And it was on fucking camera. And somehow that's not assault. So, prepare your bologna sandwiches here. Because it's not assault. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Why did it sound like rape charges when I said that? You know, it wasn't sexual assault. That's a bologna sandwich. Either way. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
Also tonight, the conclusion to a closely watched trial in Washington, D.C. You might remember this moment during the president's crackdown in the nation's capital. A man launching a Subway sandwich at a federal agent before sprinting away, agents dashing after him. Former Justice Department paralegal Sean Dunn was charged with a single misdemeanor, and this case actually went to trial. And our senior justice reporter, Ryan Riley, was in the courtroom as the verdict was read. So, Ryan, tell us what happened today.
Essentially, the jury here rejected the charges against this individual. Formerly a grand jury decided not to charge him with a felony, but here he was charged with this misdemeanor offense, and the jury decided that he was not guilty of that. They had a couple of questions for the judge, but I think the underlying current of this is that DC residents have not been able to sort of register their dissent against many of the things that were imposed upon them by the Trump administration. So I think nullification was sort of the underlying current of this case, because as you see there on video, Tom, it's pretty clear what happened here. The question that was posed to jurors was whether this was a misdemeanor offense, and jurors came back with a not guilty verdict.
Yeah, so Ryan, so can people anyone go up to now a law enforcement officer, ICE agents, and just throw peanut butter and jelly? I mean, I don't know if that was a Subway club, what that sandwich was. Can they just throw them at these law enforcement officers and nothing's going to happen?
I think in D.C. it's a particular sort of scenario because, remember, people who live in D.C. don't have a vote in Congress. So basically the way that they are registering their dissent sort of through the nullification process here is saying that we disagree with the way that the Trump administration is moving forward here. We didn't get a chance really to speak with any of the jurors about their final decision, but they did ask some detailed questions about what qualified as an assault here. But, this was an individual who the person who was assaulted here did make some jokes about it afterward. He had a plush sandwich. He had a patch that said, felony foot long. So this wasn't necessarily a serious event in his life. And I think that's what the defense here was really underlining. This was not sort of a serious event in his life that would necessarily lead to federal charges.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, obviously, this individual has lost their lives. So I think the broader political context was certainly something that was looming over this case in general, with D.C. residents not being able to register.
It could start the cold cut protest movement, which could be a new thing in D.C. A couple other things. The jurors were actually eating sandwiches while they're deliberating.
They were. That's an NBC exclusive. I found out from a source familiar with juror lunches that they were served sandwiches during deliberations here. They spent about probably 6 hours overall deliberating this. They started yesterday and then they continued into today. But that's what they were served up was sandwiches from the cafeteria of the D.C. federal court.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the U.S. attorney, I made appeal. That sounds like bias right there from the get-go. But Ryan, great details. We thank you for joining Top Story tonight. We thank you for watching, and remember, stay...
Okay. I don't know. This is unprecedented. They're saying that the jury determined that he was not guilty of assault after being on camera throwing a sandwich and hitting an agent. They admit that DC is just let shit like this slide because it's a liberal shithole. Jurors were eating sandwiches while deliberating, and NBC thinks that's just great. Well, good for them. I don't know. I think if you slap some liberals around with sandwiches, you're not committing a crime. That's what they're saying. And DC's got a lot of liberals, and it's not illegal there. So if the Proud Boys show up in DC and they just start rock bottoming these liberals with these bologna sandwiches and stuff, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. We're going to be covering all that. It's going to be good stuff. Can't wait. Either way, next up, more than 2,100 arrests made in Memphis under the Safe Task Force. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about the excitement of being able to assault agents with sandwiches and not be charged with it. Ghostly, the feds are in on it. It's just one big joke. Don't be fooled. No one but a leftist can get away with it. Yeah. I'm waiting for conservatives to dress up like lefties and have their way with the world. I've been waiting for that since 2020. Dress in black bloc, burn anybody's house down, pull anybody out of the car at gunpoint. I mean, you can pretty much just kill people in broad daylight and you're going to be fine. They never know what's under the mask. That's part of the point. So just dress up like them. Wear a mask in Walmart. Wear a mask while you're alone in the car or when you're walking your dog. And when you're out at night, dress in black bloc. And then you can just pretty much be free because nobody will come after you. They'll think you're a Democrat. One day, somebody's going to test that shit. Great kiss. Shit sandwich with bear spray sauce. All right. Yeah, exactly. Jay Tyler tomato soup with grilled cheese. You're just making me hungry. What's up, Fresca Bean? Happy freedom. Can't wait for people in power and protesting start getting sandwich flung at them from 12 inches away, dressed in white shorts and pink polo when doing it, though. Yep. Let the sandwiches fly. Kevin, egg salad? Oh, no. Don't throw that sandwich. It's not good. Colty, bribed with footlongs. Somebody else said I was manipulating teachers by charming them. We didn't call it bribed with footlongs, but I like that title better. Let's see. Kevin, I had soup and sandwich for supper. That sounds fantastic. I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. Tomato basil soup. Magic Moon, was the jury given sub sandwiches for lunch? I think it's actually common for jury people to be eating sandwiches and stuff. I think it's really common, but NBC or whoever that was, they were really beside themselves about that. Beck Frank says she's taking us out for sushi. I'm excited. It's been a while since I've been on a date. Fresca being rotten tomato sandwich? No, we ain't doing that. But we could bring out the rotten tomatoes. Shit, let's just use rocks. Let's make it biblical. Russell, I'm going to throw a meatball sub at the next lib I see. Ghostly. Just yell racist when you do it. Call him a Nazi. And then slap him with a sub. Let him have it. Zero, the sandwich man costume will be a hit at liberal parties. Yeah, and it's the kind of job that liberals take too, where they stand outside and dance and flip the sign in front of the stores and stuff. That's totally a liberal job. Kevin, how about a knuckle sandwich? Give him an 8-piece combo with fries. I mean, when you're telling the judge that, the judge is the only person you got to convince, you know? Thank you so much, Rich, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you, Rich. Thank you so much for the support. Rich. Potato Spud Gun Firing Squad. I could not imagine being hit from a potato cannon. Those things are so hardcore. I don't know. I don't know if I'd like that. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom. Spider was like having 12 inches of leg and fang. Yeah, I still haven't recovered from the spider bite. I don't know if it's going to at this point. I tried to ignore it. Roy, just a chicken sandwich, a chicken salad sandwich. Yes, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be slapped with any kind of sandwich, but I feel like those would be the worst. You might as well hit him with a sloppy Joe, you know. Ghostly, are hot dog sandwiches? It depends how you eat it. If you eat it the short way, then yes. If you eat the long way, then it's a hot dog. Jay Tyler, I can help you. I can't help you right this second, but if you send me an email to jeffmacmusic@yahoo.com, I will write you back. Ghostly asked me about my wiener. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, jury... No. More than 2,100 arrests made in Memphis under the Safe Task Force. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry's in need of a kidney transplant. He's recently been in and out of the hospital, and he actually just had surgery not that long ago. His story, his details, and all of his links are all listed on this webpage I put together on the website. If there is any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. All right, hooligans, let's go ahead and get this pulled up. They are cleaning up Memphis, and people seem to be okay with it. Now, you hear people like Mayor Johson and stuff, and they're always, bitching and moaning about ICE and feds and all this stuff. But at the very end of this video, despite them seeming to be for or against it, they're going to mention how people want ICE and all these people to be here cleaning up Memphis. It's good stuff. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
News Nation exclusive report today. We're riding along with members of the federal task force. They're cracking down on crime in Memphis. It's News Nation's Allie Bradley on this with the ride along and more. All right, Allie, tell us what you saw.
Yeah, hey, Connell. So we embedded exclusively with the Memphis Safe Task Force, specifically the U.S. Marshals who are actually running these operations. Now, when it came to the warrant service of a 31-year-old man who was wanted for aggravated burglary and assault, they actually surrounded this home and deployed a flashbang. We were there as all of this played out, and then they brought out the big guns. Quite literally, the Special Operations Group and their Bearcat were called in to breach the door of the home as it was believed that their subject was inside. Now, the MO of this task force is to exhaust all tools and resources before sending humans inside. So they sent in a drone, and then they went in to clear the home. Now, that subject ended up not being inside, as he actually had run out the back door and was able to evade until his mom showed up, and he decided to come back and turn himself in. Take a listen to what he said.
I didn't know how deep they was coming.
What do you mean?
Chopper. I didn't know if they were gonna be in my face. I don't know if they were gonna shoot. I done seen too many Instagram media or whatever it is y'all doing. And, I mean, I got a life to live, and I've been running from something that I feel like. So first of all, I feel like it's a fake charge, but I mean, whatever they put on me, I just did.
So again, his warrants for aggravated burglary and assault as well. Now, the Memphis State Safe Task Force, it's comprised of several agencies, including the U.S. Marshals, the FBI, and local law enforcement were actually there as well, who all hit the ground October 1st. Since then, more than 2,146 people have been arrested in the area. 138 of those are gang members. 372 firearms were seized, and 95 missing children have been located. Now, Memphis, of course, takes the top spot when it comes to violent crime in the nation. When I talked with the task force and asked them, how long do you plan to be in Memphis? How long can we expect to see this task force operating? They don't have an end date, Connell, so they'll be here for the foreseeable future.
All right, got a first-hand look at it. Was that the only target, by the way?
No, so they have several targets every single day. We're actually there for another one as well. This one, another warrant service as well as a 21-year-old man that was actually wanted for aggravated assault and vandalism. Take a listen to what marshals say happened here.
What did we just witness here at this scene?
The 21-year-old target had several arrest warrants. We were able to work with his mom, who allowed us entry into the house. She brought the keys. We utilized several different federal agencies to make the initial entry and have the subject in custody.
Was there any incident? Was he combative? Did he kind of give himself up, or what happened there?
Once we made the entry, he was cooperative.
Okay, so Connell, this all comes as, of course, there's pushback on the National Guard being here, but that Safe Task Force, the National Guard is part of that. They say the Guard is a force multiplier, and they want them here.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right.
So like I said, talking about the frozen meanies, talking about ICE being there, and at the end they're like, yeah, they're part of the deal, and they want them here. Yeah, they do. I don't know. They spend a lot of time demonizing Fed boys and all this stuff, and I'm not usually somebody who's like rooting for authority and stuff because it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. I've talked to good cops. I've talked to bad cops. And, you know, that's always a possibility. But in this situation, I think these guys are doing good, at least from what we're hearing. Feds are cleaning up Memphis, 2,146 arrests so far. Out of those 2,100 arrests, 138 of those are gang members, which sort of matters but doesn't matter. They want the gang. I feel weird about that because you have the right to be in a gang. You have the right to organize. You have the right to gather. Okay, so gangs are not illegal. Gang activity generally is illegal. And so for them to highlight 138 of them are gang members, if they're American gang members, then that shit just doesn't fucking matter. If they're illegals, if they're TSA, then okay. Then we're talking about something. That's an international terrorist organization. But if they're gang members, that doesn't fucking mean anything, honestly. It doesn't. It's scary language. So, whatever. 2,146 people arrested. Good for them. 372 firearms seized. That's good, right? Getting guns off the street. You got offenders. They have firearms. It's good to get the criminals with the guns off the streets. That makes sense. 95 missing kids, though. That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. Finding 95 missing children, that's badass. And so for those people out there talking shit about Fed boys and all of that, and then glowies are hard to deal with, finding 95 missing kids is badass. That's awesome. So, you know, good on them. Cleaning Memphis up. It's just my opinion. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news. Oregon Democrat lawmaker becomes fugitive after alleged elderly scam. She scammed an old man, not just any old man. It's mama's boyfriend. Took $30K from him after stealing his identity. It's good stuff. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about Fed boys being in Memphis. Ghostly. If their gang is an organized criminal organization, it means a lot. Yeah, but they're not saying it's like mafia or, you know, the mob. They're just saying they're gang members, which it could be anything. You know, it could be Crips, Bloods, Dog Life. It could be a long list of things. So who knows what they actually meant. Now, originally I was thinking that they were talking about illegals, but the one guy that they interviewed, he sounded like an American. He didn't sound like an illegal. He sounded like a fuck up. I will say that. He did sound like he was used to being in trouble. But I don't know. If they're just talking about gangs, I kind of don't want to hear that shit. If it ain't about gang activity, then it doesn't matter. Because the gang activity is illegal. Being in a gang is not. If you're at a church, you belong to a church, you're in a gang. That's how it goes. That's how dumb it is. That's why they went after ICP, right? The Insane Clown Posse, they were trying to say that anybody with hatchet men was part of a gang that the feds were watching. That's fucking stupid. That stuff is so stupid. Apparently the mafia is still around because they're doing rigged illegal gambling based off the NBA. They don't care about that, but they want to go after fucking ICP viewers and shit. I don't want to hear shit about gang stuff. That stuff is stupid as fuck. If they're talking about illegal gangs, like illegals being in gangs, TSA, cartel, okay, talk about that. But if they're like, oh yeah, they do the same thing with weed, right? They find one weed plant that's in a 50-pound dirt bucket, and then they tell the news they busted 50 pounds of weed. That ain't 50 pounds of weed. That's one dusty-ass little plant and 50 pounds of dirt. And they don't talk about that. That's a bunch of breaking their arm, patting themselves on the back. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear real shit, you know? So, 135 gang members, that don't fucking matter. There's a ring of pedophiles running the country. They ain't even arresting those fucking people. I don't want to hear shit about gang members. That's dumb. It's your American right to be able to join a gang, a motorcycle club, join a fucking church. For 3 people to stand next to each other, shoulder to shoulder in the fucking street, we have the right to do that. So I don't want to hear shit about it, you know? Anyways, like I said, next up, in Oregon, Democrats losing their marbles. This one decided to steal $30K from mama's boyfriend, dusty bitch. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat. Ghostly Feds going after them now too. Yeah, they're just busting everybody at this point. The thing is they know though. Like when this was happening in DC, if you're a criminal and you want to stay free, you better keep your ass indoors until the Fed boys leave. I mean, it's that simple. But either way, I want them to get the illegals out of here. That's all I care about. Ghostly mostly means RICO charges too. Yeah, if they could bring RICO charges for organized crime, then yeah, that'd be doing something. But just busting people and saying they're gang members, that doesn't do anything. Guess if they use flash, let's see. If they use a flashbang on them, does it become a gangbang? It might. It might. Russell, send in the army. It's the best branch. Oh, there's going to be arguing now. You can tell. I don't have a dog in the fight, though. Ghostly cussing at me in German. What's up, Weston? Happy freedom. What's up, Tony Brez? Happy freedom to you. Weston, you love the Rumble bot? It's pretty funny. It's a little out of date, though. Like, if you ask it who the president is, it thinks Biden's the president. So it's a little behind, but it's kind of funny. Jay Tyler, wait till the snow falls and sticks. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be here tomorrow. It's supposed to snow here tomorrow. I don't like it. I don't like that it's going to snow here tomorrow. What's up, T1? Happy freedom to you. I made everybody leave. I don't know what I said, but everybody walked out the door. Oh, well. Toiler undercover name is Deep Throat. Jesus loves us. It's not Saturday yet, okay? Like, we're jumping the gun here. Beck Frank, going into a sushi train. We'll be back when I have a sufficient amount of takeaway sushi. I don't know anything about that. I know what sushi is. I've never ran a train on sushi. I don't do that. I'm a good boy. I don't know anything about that. You guys been running sushi trains? I didn't know that. Excited to see what kind of sushi you get. What kind of sushi do y'all be eating? I only eat vegetable sushi. I don't eat anything that's got raw fish on it. I'm not that adventurous. Dutton, you guys stop swearing at me. We don't talk about the white stuff. It's albino brain. I don't know what that is. What'd I say, Dutton? This person I'm talking to that is being really hard on me right now says I say the fuck word too much. I don't think I say it too much. I think I say it with so much emphasis it punches you right in the face. The fuck word and bitch, which I don't say that on the live, but generally, to say bitch is like get your eye poked out. I don't know. That's how everybody says it where I'm from. Zero, it's all rigged anyway. Yeah. Guess I'm 4 Asians and 1 girl. Sushi train. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. It's not good. Oh, Dutton, the snow. It's the third Rock from the Sun reference. Oh, I missed it. I forgot that was a show. That used to be a pretty good show. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom. About to pull the trigger on a case of Pokemon ETBs for $1,500. I want to know all about that, Shroomish. I want to know all about that. I need Pokemon stuff in my life. Kevin's like, yeah, what about the gifts on Pogo? I'm really bad about gifts. I'm going to have to send you a gift, Kevin. I can't take any because I'm still 300 over my max on Pokemon Go, but I'll get it figured out. Rich, you're supposed to get a little snow tonight? I'm sorry to hear that. Guess who? Split wieners, the San Fran special. I don't like it. Gotta keep the wiener whole. Tori Wayne can't do uncooked meat or fish. Yeah, I don't like it either. When I get sushi, I usually get like the veggie rolls. The closest thing I'll get is the imitation crab meat. I can handle that. I can't do any more swimming creatures than the imitation crab meat. That's about all I can do. But yeah, I like sushi as long as there ain't no, raw stuff on it. What's up, Joe? Happy freedom. What's up, Ron? Happy freedom to you. Joe, look at that. They're finding the missing kids that the Dems told us that didn't exist. Yeah, exactly. Ron. This should be... Actually, you know what? It looks like Nightbot's not functioning. I will drop the link really quick. If you guys would like to join us over here on Rumble, this link, if I could post it, will take you right to where we are. Teasel running a train. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Man, a first time cat seeing snow, freaked out. Klaus Daniels is used to snow now at this point. He won't touch it though. He's afraid of it. I've put snow in the bathtub before and he doesn't trust it. Don't trust the snow. I've never heard that before, guess I can't read that out loud. You have to remind me tomorrow. Snooks, you don't like raw fish either? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how people even get used to it. So, Reg, you like the tuna rolls over the salmon rolls? Yes. I know a lot of people like the tuna rolls. Shroomish prismatic evolutions. I wonder, I'd have to see the cover of the booster packs to know which one that is. Prismatic evolutions. It's got the green EV evolution on it. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm excited for you. All right, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, Oregon Democrat lawmaker, that's a mouthful, becomes fugitive after an alleged elderly scam. I don't know why they worded it like that. She robbed her new stepdaddy, who's an 80-something-year-old man. She stole his identity and stole his money. That's a way better title than whoever the fuck wrote that shit. Come on, News Nation, you can do better than that. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
And you probably haven't heard much about this next story because there's a D next to the lawmaker's name. But one former county commissioner in Oregon, a Democrat, is now allegedly a fugitive from justice, accused of scamming an elderly man out of $30,000 and snatching her son from school before skipping the country. Jason Matera has the details on a case that the legacy media just simply won't report on.
Melissa Fireside, the newly elected Democrat county commissioner in Oregon, has gone from public servant to fugitive. Prosecutors say she exploited an elderly man in a financial scheme, and now she's vanished, wanted by law enforcement. Fireside took office in January after her 2024 election win in Clackamas County. But 2 months after being sworn in, she was slapped with an indictment.
The shock is how extensive and horrific the actual charges and the amount of abuse that the victim had to suffer because of her actions.
Fireside's facing a stack of felonies, including first-degree theft, identity theft, and forgery. Investigators say she defrauded her mother's 83-year-old boyfriend, an assisted care resident, using his identity to access his bank account, forge his name, and drain tens of thousands of dollars.
Fireside concealed these allegations from voters before her election.
She resigned as a lawmaker on March 7th under pressure from voters and county leaders. After Fireside was indicted, the court cut her a break. She could walk free, but only under strict conditions. One of those conditions was to stay put in Oregon until her December trial got underway. But now, she's gone. Court records obtained by Newsmax allege that she took a one-way flight from Mexico to Amsterdam on October 28th, booked under an Austrian passport. Prosecutors think she used a fake ID to slip into Mexico and even took her 9-year-old son with her. The boy's father is alarmed, worried for his child's safety, while the woman who once swore to serve the public is now considered to be on the run.
Melissa Fireside is still missing and the manhunt is intensifying. The Oregon Department of Justice is now calling on the public for help and has posted a tip line, you can see it there, to track her down. But Chris, this isn't just about bringing home her 9-year-old son. It's also about making sure Fireside is held accountable for allegedly scamming a senior citizen out of his savings, a man who was simply trying to enjoy his retirement years.
Jason, why am I not surprised? There's been barely a whisper about this in the leftist press. You know, I'm curious because I'm a political kind of guy. I kind of watch these things. What issues did she actually run on to convince Democrat voters that she should be a county commissioner in the state of Oregon?
Yes, we'll get this, Chris. This woman campaigned on bringing economic security and affordability to Clackamas County, Oregon, even trotting out her elderly mom as proof that she understood the financial struggles families face. But while she was campaigning on affordability and using her mom as a political prop, she was allegedly ripping off her mom's elderly boyfriend for tens of thousands of dollars.
Thank you, crime correspondent Jason Matera. As the old saying goes, folks, you cannot make this stuff up.
Information. Okay. I don't know how these people learn to do all this stuff. If I had to leave the country to go to another country to then go to another country and I had to drag a child with me, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Let alone be able to just split like that. I don't know. I guess if you're living in the dusty-ass left coast, you probably have more options than I got out here, because I wouldn't even know where to begin with that shit. Either way, they're saying that the Democrat County Commissioner in Oregon had exploited her mother's 83-year-old boyfriend for $30,000. She used his identity to access his bank information and steal money from him, although I spelled that wrong. She was let out of jail as long as she agreed to the terms as she awaited trial. She was facing... Oh my god, I spelled that wrong too. She's facing felonies including first-degree theft, identity theft, and forgery, as well as other felonies. Now she fled, and they believe she used a fake ID to make it to Mexico, where she then flew to Amsterdam. She also took a child with her, and she's currently on the run. Well, this may end up being like, there was a video that we had covered where a guy took his kids and fled. I think he killed his wife or girlfriend or something and then fled. And they found him. They caught him, and he's being sent back here. And I wonder if this is going to be the same kind of situation. She'll have to face accountability one way or another, because what goes around comes around. Even if our government and our justice system sucks ass, karma's still on the job. So, you know, one way or another, she'll get what's coming to her. Either way, that is the last little bit of the news. Next up, we got all the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar, sent by Tori Wayne. See which gnome we get today. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Just a Spritz. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Wait Your Turn. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this Democrat County Commissioner ripping off new stepdaddy for $30,000. Oh, I know, Snooks. No worries. I'm glad you posted in the general chat. Guess my father-in-law got nailed on Plenty of Fish by some fake girl in Arkansas. It's not good. It's not good. I've never tried dating apps and stuff. I don't even know why people do that. That's kind of what social media is already. Anytime I've ever heard anybody using dating apps, they always say it's full of bots, spam, hackers, stuff like that. Zero, why was mom dating a nursing home dude? Was she in on it? Well, maybe mom was old too. It's hard to say. Maybe she wasn't on it. Guess Amsterdam will extradite. That's what I was kind of figuring. Russell, what is an Osprey? Or an Osprey? I don't know what that is. Zero, Fireside? Really? That's a made-up name. It does sound made up. Ghostly, did she earn the 30K? It's hard to say. It's full of bots and thoughts, mostly chicks that are willing to blow you if you pay their bar tab. Yeah, that's what I figured. The online prostitution market is crazy right now. I hate it. Everyone's like, you need to treat these people with respect. What are you talking about? They don't even respect themselves. What are you talking about? Guess it's not bad. Grinders work well for me. I'm happy for your success, guess Oh, Zero, that's cool. I've never heard of an Osprey, though. I've seen those things before. I've never heard of that title, though. It's neat looking. Crickis, Osprey live by the water and hunt fish. No, I guess it's an aircraft. I'm probably not reading it correctly, though. Shroomish, it's a wrestler, Will Osprey. I did not realize this was going to be such a popular phrase. We're all wrong together. Beck Frank, Osprey is a big-ass bird. I am never reading your guys' comments out loud ever again. I did not know we were going to be doing this. That's okay. That's okay. Like I said, we'll all be wrong together. Shroomish, Ma'am Donnie met his wife on a dating app. I don't know what to say about that. Ma'am Donnie, he's a real piece of work. Bill Clash, you want one of those Elon bots. That's the first thing I was thinking too, because I already had the Elon thing on the schedule. That's what she's doing. She's getting ready for an Optimus bot. She'll be back when they're available. Cass, yeah, the Discord notification thing could be a setting issue. Like what my phone does every once in a while is if I don't open an app, after a while my phone will automatically turn the notifications off. I'll get a notification saying, hey, we turned off 16 unused apps notifications as some form of maintenance or something. And so then you got to go through and grant permission for notifications again. I don't know if all phones do that, but I got an Android and it does that, and it's really annoying. Cass, I think that's what happened. It did it last time. Yeah, just you should be able to just go into your Discord app and just change the notification settings from like whatever you have it to default, and then switch it back and save it again. But if you have to, you may have to go into the app section of your phone, find Discord, go into permissions, click on notifications, and then make sure the notifications are still turned on. Jay Tyler, you get the car fixed yet? No, I have not, but I did get an oil change, a new light bulb, and my tires filled up yesterday for $110. And on Wednesday, they're expecting me to spend $1,090 to change a whole bunch of stuff. They're going to be changing 2 lower control arms, 2 CV axles, ball joints, and some other stuff. They're like replacing the whole front end, but it's all under warranty because I've already paid to fix all that stuff, but I have to pay for the labor, and then I have to pay for the 2 CV axles. They say that my car is unsafe to drive. I've drove it 3 times since the last time I told you guys that. But they're saying that I'm in a position where the car could just seize up right there on the road just out of nowhere. And so I don't have $1,090, and I don't know what's going to happen. And even if I do spend the money to get the car fixed, I'll still need a new transmission and new brakes all the way around. And that's $1,700 right there. And so I don't know how I'm going to do any of this. And I hate being alive, and I hate fucking paying bills. But God hasn't taken me while I was sleeping yet. So tomorrow I'll be bitching about the same shit. But that's okay. Anyways. Jay Tyler, better before the snow falls. Yeah, that's happening to me too. We'll see what happens. It'll be fine. Rich. No, I haven't had a chance to check it yet. I didn't have time to watch YouTube videos yesterday, but I'll check it today, Rich. Or Richard. I will. I'll check it right after the live. Mana. When is Wednesday? Like how you say it? I don't even know why I say it like that. I don't know anybody else that says it like that. Everywhere I've ever been, when I talk about Wednesday, everybody's like, why you say it like that? I don't know. I don't know who made me say it like this. It's just always been that way. Bros, I hate snow. I know, I hate snow too. Hate it. Alright, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, we're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar, sent by Tori Wayne, and we get our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals. Buy me a coffee. You can send something to the P.O. box, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what gnome we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Super excited to see what we get today. Yesterday's was my favorite so far. Today is day 10. Come on, crack her open here. The perforations are not deep enough. Turn this box up. That's what I told her. It's not Saturday, but it feels like it. Come on, come on. Oh, this is another cool one too. What has he got on his hat? He's got like stitches on his hat. There's another black and gray gnome here styling. He's heading over your shit. You can tell that facial expression. But he's got the pilgrim buckle on his hat, so he's also racist. It's good stuff. This guy's eventful. Thank you so much, Tori Wayne. Really appreciate you. Got a nice little collection of gnomes here. Yes. All right, hooligans. Like I said, getting into these funny videos here. Let's get this first one pulled up. Come on. dude thing. Mm-hmm. This first one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Just a Spritz.
Você não tem vergonha não? Olha pra mim! Acha bonito? Covarde! Você não tem vergonha não? Ai! Meu olho! Ai, caralho! Você não...
Yeah, be like that. Getting into our official funny video of the day. Now, hopefully YouTube and Twitch don't have a stroke over this because it's really not that big of a deal, but, you know, we'll see. Good stuff. This one's provided by Ghostly, and it's titled, Wait Your Turn.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's not good. It's not good. You better wait your turn. She got hit in a drive-by. She didn't know what to do. She's got a white and yellow dress. Either way, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this linked list really quick. I'm going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through. We got the pledge coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Guess that video is an Osprey. Mm-hmm. That's an O spray. He was O spraying all over her. That was an R. Kelly video. Anyways, there is my link list, where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Russell, be in the voice chat after the pledge. I got to find some food first, but I don't think it'll take me really long, and then I'll be in the voice chat. Sounds good, guess on. Zero, why is the guy peeing all over the porta potty? Gross. Yeah, I don't know why he was doing that. I've never performed that dance there before, but still, you know, that woman should have knocked at least. It just he was busy. He was working. Russell, it was just a spritz. Mm-hmm. Russell, put those gnomes in your garden. Mm-hmm. Put them in my greenhouse. Snooks, I love how you say Wednesday. I don't even know why I say it that way. I wish my grandpa was still alive so I could ask him what comes after Tuesday. See what he says. Because sometimes, like, he's the only one that had any kind of accent around us when we were growing up. So I think it's got to be related to him. I need to ask my sister how she says Wednesday. Because if she says it the same way I do, then it's my grandpa's fault. Guess on, when do you sleep? I can kill you if needed. I care. Between like 4 and 8. That's when I sleep usually. Beck Frank, I'ma hang a load of washing before voice chat. Beck Frank, we need a translator. You can't hang them anymore. You know, this is a new day. What are you doing, Beck Frank? Make voice chat the priority. What's up, Hidu? Happy freedom to you. T1, you can get another car. Just keep looking. Leave your old car alone, all that money, you can find another car. No, I can't. In Michigan, the cheapest running vehicle is $6,000. Like, it starts there. There's a car with 500,000 miles on a motor that only goes up to 300,000, and that car will be $6,000. Michigan is like the most expensive place to buy cars because our winter eats it. It just eats these vehicles, and so I'm not able to find a car that's affordable without leaving the state, and I don't have any help. So I'm just fucked all the time, and I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't know what to say. Jay Tyler, my car's in bad shape too. We need to start a GoFundMe. No, we need to make cars better. That's what we need is cars shouldn't cost so much and be pieces of shit at the same time. It's the same kind of principle with the elected officials on Capitol Hill. We're spending too much money for this shitty ass service that we're getting. It's not good. We need to make life great again. Beck Frank, bet I'll be there for you. I bet you will, Beck Frank, because you live in the future and you already know when I'm going to show up. It's not a fair fight, Beck Frank. Done. Grandparents are a big influence on speech. My grandma couldn't pronounce some words. I ended up saying them her way after laughing at it for a while. Yeah, Dutton. That's how it goes. Jay Tyler, you eat all that chili? I did, and I love it. I can't wait to make chili again. I guess there's a white chili you can make with chicken. Yeah, I don't know if you got to do it like under a blanket to hide your shame, but I'm eager to try that too. The racist chili. Oh, that'd be badass, Dudden. I appreciate it. Jay Tyler, go back to carbureted engines. It's just lots of stuff. They put so much tech in cars now. You have less than the appropriate amount of air in your tire, and then all of a sudden it shuts off the all-wheel drive, shuts off your traction control, shuts off your cruise control, and all this other shit. And it's like, I gotta air the tire up or else the vehicle's disabled. It's stupid. That's what's really screwing cars is the tech. Russell, it's racist to hang laundry. I'm trying to tell Beck Frank, they're still doing that kind of stuff in Australia, I guess. Ghostly the Clan chili. I mean, I don't know if it's that white, but I hear it's good. Jackie, that's gay chili. Nah, we're not eating the gay chili. It's got extra meat in it. I can't. It's not Saturday yet, but we're trying.
We will have so much winning if I get elected that you may get bored with winning.
Bibsy. Ospreys are birds of prey. Got a nest in my backyard, and some bitches are loud. Are they? Birds actually annoy the shit out of me, and I don't know why. There's a big tree outside the slider here. And these birds, they have like a daily gangbang or something. It's just tweeting and fighting going on. I wish they'd shut the hell up. It's bothered me so much that I've put predator bird noises on my phone and play it full blast while setting my phone against the screen. Just like anything except for shooting into the tree to get them to shut the hell up because they annoy the hell out of me. Man, a chili success? It was, and I was shocked. It was such a success that I actually wrote down the recipe. Jay Tyler, you like Wynn's chili? I don't know what that is. Stoner, drive the car into a river, collect the insurance money, and buy a nice Jeep. I'm not gay, Stoner. I almost smacked a deer the other day, and I was like, whew. Like I was so close that I got the sweats, and then I was full of disappointment because if I actually would have hit the deer, I'd have enough money to buy a new car because I got full coverage. So I don't know. I'm running out of time. The value of the vehicle is going down as it gets older. I only got so much time to hit a deer. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. My luck, I'll die hitting the deer. And then, you guys can get a new car. That'll be fun. Either way, it is that time once again, you hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. It is that time. We're going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Let's see who's live today. Jay Tyler. Oh, at Wendy's? I don't know the last time I've been to Wendy's. The I want to say the last time I went there was when my grandma died. So I've never had their chili. I had some triple bacon burger thing or something. I don't know. I went there with my sister, and my other sister worked there. And so my sister walked up and was like, hey, give us free food. And I was like, what up? And my sister was like, what up? We're going to see grandma. And I was like, yeah. Then we saw my grandma. She was hooked up into machines. And she never got to see me with my dreads. And then she died that night. And so that's all I know about Wendy's. But if I ever go back in there, I will try their chili, though. Anyways, let's see who is live on Rumble to raid. Who have we raided so far? It's Friday, but it feels like the beginning of the week. Zero. Thank you for keeping track of things. Frag, Rotella, Italiano, and Handy News. Well, Cat Dog's live. I think we need to raid the Cat Dog. I'm thinking that's what we need in our life. Now, he's been live for almost 2 hours, so he's just about ready for a hooligan raid here. What was he playing? Dying Light. Interesting. I thought he was playing Arc Raiders for a second there. Let's get ready for a raid. Make sure you hooligans hit that like button as soon as you land. And let's get raiding.
There's no way. There's no fucking way. Yo, what's up, Jeff Mac? The fucking hooligans are back in town. Booty cheek ass challenge, bro. 100%, man. I hope you had a good stream, Jeff. Much love, bro. I appreciate you coming in. Happy freedom, baby. I hope you seen that new vlog, bro. I hope you seen that new vlog, bro. I think you'll really enjoy that shit, bro. I just uploaded it today. How's it going, bro? It's going, man. What's up, dude? Appreciate you guys coming in, bro. Spreading the love. It's been going, man. I've been grinding, bro. We got back from the trip. I was working on shit. Bro, is that an old Walmart sticker, bro? As your fucking profile picture? That's a W, if so. Jag, what's up, bro? Welcome to the chat. I appreciate you guys coming in, bro. I'll check it out after the live. Fuck yeah. You're gonna love that vlog, bro. What's up, Beck? What's up, JT? Cass, what's up, everybody? Zero. I appreciate you, man. Fire ass vlog, you already know. Raid, hooligans unite, bro. Good to see you all, bro. I appreciate you guys coming in and spreading the love like you do, bro. I'll repost it too. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out, bro. I hope you guys had a good stream over there with Jeff. Welcome in, hooligans. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're playing some Dying Light. I appreciate you guys, man. We're playing the new event collaboration challenge. I appreciate you guys coming out and spreading the love and smashing the fucking like. I hope you guys had a good show over there. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Me too, posting it now, bro. I appreciate you guys, man. The love is strong with the fucking hooligans. I appreciate you guys, man. Who you collabing with? It's a collaboration event. Like, Dying Light is collabing with another game, and I'm playing, like, the event collaboration. Maybe I said that like a retard. What's up, Queen? 0 W's. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Right now, I'm kind of doing a challenge, but I'm not going for gold anymore. Well, actually, I might as well, because I can't loot any bodies in this fucking challenge for some reason. That's kind of insane. Have a great life. I appreciate you, Jeff. Much love, man. I always appreciate you sending your people over, bro. It means a fuck ton, bro. And I hope you enjoyed that vlog, too, bro. All the best people are a little retarded. Yeah. I've come to realize that throughout the years. I know my fucking ego is huge, but, you know, I think it pays off to be a little retarded. All love, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Cat Dog cracks me up. That guy was born a hooligan. I don't know. I just don't know. Cat Dog, he's the bro. Anyways, we're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Now, of course, tomorrow is Free Speech Saturday, so that means no Twitch, no YouTube tomorrow. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. So you can use the link list in the video description to make your way to a better platform tomorrow, because like I said, it is Free Speech Saturday. If you're feeling frisky, go and get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's $10 for the month. You can join us in the voice chat every Friday after Coffee with Hooligans. I usually make an appearance for a couple hours. You never really know when that's going to happen. I usually update everybody as it's happening. But I usually show up for a couple hours, and everybody else, they keep it rolling sometimes till the birds are chirping in the morning. It's always a lot of fun to be in the voice chat. Plus, you'll have access to all of the things I always talk about every day. We're constantly building the website, making it the place to be. It is the home for the hooligans. So definitely consider getting yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com so you could join us today in the voice chat. And like like I said, you'll get to enjoy all the different things we have on the website to keep you entertained and keep you included with everything we have going on. Like I said, we're going to wrap this up, but first we're hopping in the chat and saying our goodbyes. Zero Cat Dog noted. Yes, and I assume tomorrow we're going to be rating Darth Jason. That's normally what we do for a sci-fi Saturday, but we'll see how it goes. Russell, heading to the voice chat. Sounds good. Russell, the Baconator is great. Is that what it was? I know it was good. The burger I had at Wendy's was good. Hey, thank you, Too Old to Care. Thank you for being with us, and enjoy the rest of your day. Jagula, you need an Asian woman. I've never seen an Asian person in real life. That's where I live in Michigan. I have never seen an Asian person. I've never seen a Jewish person either. There's a bunch of colors out there I've never seen. I ain't got nothing against them. But it's going to make it hard for me to get an Asian woman, Jagula. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Oh, that's badass, Dutton. Yeah, Cat Dog, he's a badass. He's awesome. What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy Freedom. Thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. MU, Wendy's chili on Thanksgiving with my sweetheart. Sounds fantastic, MU. Thank you, Rappy. Appreciate you being with us. Beck Frank, Wendy's. I know. I didn't realize I said Wendy's like that until we started talking about it. I can't help it. I got a speech impediment, you guys. You're making fun of my speech impediment. Bunch of mean hooligans here. Holy. This Cat Daniels can't even show his face today. Goodness. Jagula, buy him on Temu. I was going to order one. I was trying to figure out where Trump guy is. Aw, thank you, MU. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Zero that you know of, Jewish person. I'm talking about Orthodox Jewish people. You know, big nose, curly hair, that kind of stuff. I've never seen that before. Yeah, Ghostly, I've never seen an Asian person before. I know they exist. I know they're real. I'm not saying it's fake like Australia. I know they're real. You got to leave the house to see people. Done. I never met a black person until 8th grade. One of the first interactions we had, she grabbed my ass. Hell yeah, Dud. Hell yeah. I don't know. When I grew up, there's more black people than white people, and half my family's black. And so, you know, lots of that. And there's Mexicans that live down the street. Now where I live, there's Mexicans everywhere. There's nothing but Texas license plates around here. Never seen an Asian person, never seen an Orthodox Jew before. I know they're real, though. MU, precious memory. Gotta hold it near and dear. Jagula, you don't have Panda Express? I gotta go to Detroit for Panda Express. And Asian buffet and all that stuff here, it's all white people cooking it. Or black people. Usually the food's better if black people are cooking it. But, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Half the time people don't know what color I am. The assholes on Kick keep saying I'm Russian. So, I don't know. It's whatever. I don't care what color people are. I care about good food, though. I like good food. I like that. Thank you, Viola. Appreciate you being with us today. Guess who? Jeff's Panda Express is run by Hispanics. The Panda Express might be, but all the other ones is black people or white people. Guess who? Jeff loses his car in a tragic fishing accident, and the auto coverage actually believes it. Yeah, they might. I don't know. There's a higher chance I'm a smack Bambi Al Qaeda, though. I don't want to. I almost died last time. I was surprised how well the Subaru took it. Took it like a big girl. I don't know. Hoping for the best. Got to keep praying. Keep God close. What's up, Southern Girl? Happy Freedom. Thank you so much for the bits over on Twitch, Southern Girl. Really appreciate the support. Thank you. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you being with us. Thank you, Teasel. Appreciate you. You hooligans, make sure you have a good night. I think we're good to go. Ghostly, you know they're hoo-ha sideways, right? I keep hearing that, Ghostly, but I haven't been able to take a peek myself. I function like Trump. I'll grab him right by the kitty. If it's bites or something and it's got teeth, I'm gonna be afraid. But we'll see how it goes. I gotta find one first. And then they're not gonna like me. They're gonna be like, "Are you a Russian?" I'm gonna be like, "Are you on Kick? What the fuck?" Zero. We have Mexicans cooking Chinese food and Chinese cooking Mexican food in Indy. Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know. It's a thing. Jagula, you don't have Panda Express? Oh, yeah, we read that. It's over in Detroit. I got to make my way over there. Either way, we are wrapping this up. Like I said, tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday, but if you want to keep the fun rolling, get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. You could join us in the voice chat. I'll be in there in about an hour. I'm going to figure out food. I don't know which gas station I'm going to, but we'll figure it out. Either way, tomorrow, like I said, Free Speech Saturday, we will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. So use the link list in the video description on whatever platform you're on to make your way to a better platform. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trying to think. I think that's everything. I think we did everything. Klaus didn't even clock in today. I'm writing him up. He's getting a demotion. Less fancy feast. If I say that too loud, he's going to hurt me. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the voice chat. And if I don't see you in the voice chat, I'll see you tomorrow for Free Speech Saturday's Coffee with Hooligans. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. I really appreciate all of you guys. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself some good food. Have fun, but please be safe, and I'll do the same. Make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.